Hello and good morning, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For today, I'm going to share with you one way to write the short communicative message. This is one of the requirement in the new SPM format beginning 2021. Before I begin, let's just hope that everybody will be safe during this pandemic. So stay safe, stay at home, kita jaga kita. Okay, so for the purpose of this session, I'm going to share with you four things. Number one is the overview of the SPM writing test. And then we go back to the basics of writing the short communicative messages. And then we go deeper into the email task, which is part one in the new SPM writing test. And then we'll try out one question so that everybody will be clear about how to address or how to answer the question. However, the purpose of this session is not only for examination. Okay, this is just to train everyone, to train all of you on how to write email properly in required amount of words. Okay, so as the overview of this paper, the code is 3119/2. The timing is 1 hour and 30 minutes. There are three parts of this paper. We have to answer three questions. So the three questions are short communicative message, which is email, a guided writing, and also extended writing. So there are three questions that we need to entertain or to answer for this paper. As this is the new format, just for this paper, it will give or contribute 25% of overall candidate grade. So this is just about the SPM paper, nothing much. So for this particular paper, it's already covered 25% of the overall candidate grade. And for short communicative message, which is email, it will focus on informal context. So we talk about informal context. We are not talking about slang. We are talking about how we use the language in an informal way. So talking about informal is not about the how informal, how far we can go informal, but we are looking at the audience itself. So the audience will make the language formal or informal. And for essay and extended essay, we are going to choose from report, review, or story. And for the purpose of this particular session, we are going to focus only for email. So let's recap. So the timing, how many parts, how many questions that we need to answer, and what kind of questions that the candidate are going to answer. So, and what is the code for SPM 2021? Okay. So the timing is 1 hour, 30 minutes, three parts, answer three questions, a short communicative message, guided writing, and extended writing. Okay, so let's go back to basics of writing short communicative message. So what is short communicative message or emails? So it is written to communicate with other people, meaning to say that there must be a sender and recipient. Okay, you can send message to your mom, to your dad, to your cousin, to your brother, to your sister, to your grandpa. So it is one means to communicate with other people. Okay, and how to write it, it should be written in simple and clear language. So that's how it goes informal. One is because of the audience itself. So it makes this email informal. And also, it should be written in simple and clear language. You don't have to be too elaborative when writing a message or email. Next, when we write, we should begin with a proper salutation. And since this is an informal context, so just begin with dear, you put name, dear father, dear mother, or hi Amy, hi Jessica, and so on. Okay, and at the end, after we have completed the email, we can just sign off appropriately by writing your friend, your classmate, etc. Okay, so still remember the what, how just now. Okay, so the what is written to communicate, write in simple and clear language, begin with a proper salutation, and sign off appropriately. So those are the things that we need to remember when trying to write message and emails. Okay, for example, this is a sample of an email. It's a sample of an email. So there's an address over there from Kim Jong-koo at koreamail.com to liminho@koreamail.com. The subject is visit to Tangko Island. So dear Min Ho Ho, in your last email, you mentioned that you would like to visit Malaysia one day. Since you have already asked me on the place to visit, I suggest you to visit Tangko Island. The beaches are beautiful with sandy beaches and clear water. You can swim and do snorkeling as well with your family members. Picnic can be enjoyed in the open areas at the beach. Hope to see you here someday, your friend Jungkook. So if you look at this email, okay, it's not long, it's only 79 words, so one word short than the requirement. Okay. Uh, so the one that I highlighted is the compulsory one when we want to write email. So there must be a salutation, the purpose, and also a little bit in elaboration or information about the place that we are describing to our reader, okay, to the recipient. Okay, and you sign off appropriately by just saying your friend. It's in informal context. Okay. So this is one sample of an email. Okay, looking at the real question or the real part in SPM 1119/2 paper, the part 1, which is writing email or short communicative message. It is a short response that candidate need to write. It's about 80 words to an informal message. The message or the email is given for students to provide appropriate responses. Okay, so before you are going to write your email on your own, you'll be given a prompt. The prompt is in the format of another email sent to you. Students will you are not going to be given just point to be written. You're going to respond to one particular email. The message will provide the scene and point which need to be answered. So in the email, you'll get the question there, you'll get the context, you'll get the subject, you'll get the sender, okay, so that you know the sender will become the recipient. Okay. So it's very important for you to read the email first before trying to respond to the email. Okay, and then I've created this checklist, email checklist for all of you. So if you want to respond to the email, you should check these 5 things first. Okay, the first one is you should know the scenario, from who, the scene, okay, the issue of the sender, okay, and then the task, what need to be answered and what need to be responded. Okay, usually it's not going to be much, but enough for you to show your ability to use your language. And then you must make sure that you have the proper salutation and closing at the end. Okay, let's take a look. I hope you are still okay, can follow this explanation. If you are unable to understand, you can you can freely go back to the beginning and start listening over again, so that you can get clearer picture on how to respond to the email. Okay, for example, you receive an email from your new friend Amy, who has just moved to your hometown. Okay, so this is the email, the prompt. Hi, the school holiday is finally here. Let's go for a picnic with our friends. Where shall we go and what can we do there? What should we bring? I'll be waiting for you to reply. Bye. So it's very short email for you to read and for you to respond. So if we go back to the checklist just now, we need to remember from who, what's the issue, the task, the salutation, and also the closing. So let's take a look at this question and try to identify the five items from the checklist just now. Okay, so we have the checklist over here. From who? What's the issue? What need to be answered and responded? The salutation and also, and finally, the closing. Okay, so this is the checklist that we have done, okay, or the list that we have checked. So the first one is from who, is from Amy, so we can see that highlighted in black. And then the scene was the issue. The issue, there are two issues over here. The first one is Amy just moved to the hometown, and also the holiday, the school holiday is finally here. So there are two issues that we need to respond in the email. So we have to assume that Amy doesn't know much about that area. Okay, and then tasks, what need to be answered and responded? So there are three over there. Where shall we go? What can we do there? And also, what should we bring? Okay, and number four, we have the salutation. The salutation is very informal. You can say hi, and also the closing, just I'll be waiting for you to reply bye. Okay, but we cannot use, we can use that, I'll be waiting for you to reply, but it's quite kind of awkward if suddenly we respond the same way. We can just we can just rephrase that part to show that we have already responded to your email. Okay. Okay, so let's just focus on these three questions. Where shall we go? What can we do there? And what should we bring? Okay. So, for example, okay, this is the sample of answer. Hi, Amy. Okay, because Amy is the one sending the email. Okay, so we can just respond by saying, hi, Amy. I think we should go to Nami Island and have a picnic there. It's just a stone's throw, so I hope your parents will allow you to join us. I have already talked with Huda and Maisara, and they are very excited about it. Huda's mom will cook ramen for us, so we just need to make sure the place is clean after we finish with our picnic. Can't wait to see you this weekend. Take care. Bye. So that's one way to respond to the email that has been sent by Amy. Okay, so is this answer has already answered the three, has already fulfilled the three questions just now, or just respond to the checklist that we have created just now? So let's take a look. Does it answer the three questions? Where shall we go? What should we bring? And also, what should we do? What could we do there? Okay, so let's take a look. So if you can see here, okay, we should go to Nami Island, have a picnic there. Even though we didn't mention what to be brought, okay, what to bring, but we already mentioned here, Huda's mom will cook ramen for us. So it implies there that Huda will bring something, and we have to finish. We have to make sure the place is clean after we finish with our picnic. So that's one way of how to respond to the question. Okay, by just giving and just imply, okay, our answer just imply that we are going to bring something, even though we didn't mention anything. Okay, that's one way of how to respond to the question. Okay, or we can use like this. So there are two samples. You can either use the previous sample or the sample number 2. Okay, we begin with hi Amy, in your last email, you asked about place to go during the school holiday. Since you have just moved to our area, I think we should go to Nami Island and have a picnic there. Uda and Maisara have agreed to join us. Uda will cook and bring ramen, and while Maisara will bring drinks for the picnic. Both of us need to ensure the place is clean after the picnic. Okay, so In contrast with the previous answer, we can see that we should go to Nami, have a picnic. Okay, the answer, the one and the two, the first and the second question. Where should we go and what should we do there? But we didn't mention clearly what to be brought. Okay, however, in this sample number 2, we clearly explained that Uda will cook and bring, so the verb is there, while Maisara will bring drinks for the picnic. So the verb bring is there, present in the answer. Okay, so you are free to choose between these two sample of answer when you try to respond in the comment section below. Okay, so can't wait to see you this weekend. Take care. Bye. So totally both answers actually less than 80 words. Okay, less than 80 words because the requirement for SPM part 1 is around 80 words. Okay, so try your best not to exceed this 80 word requirement. Okay, so this is for you to try on. You can just respond in the comment section below. Hi Amy, I think what, and we can do what. It's just a stone throw, so I hope your parents will allow you to join us. I've already talked with Huda and Maisara, and they are very excited about it. And you mentioned what to bring. Okay, you're also free to use your own way to answer, but this is just a sample. This is just an answer template. If you wish to follow this template, you are free to use it. Okay, or you can use the second template in your last email. You asked about place to go during the school holiday. Since you have just moved to our area, I think you should go to include the place and also the activity to be done. Huda and Maisara have agreed to join us, and you mentioned what to bring. Okay, don't forget at the end, after you have completed trying to answer using set template number 1 or template number 2, or you want to use your own answer, your own sentences, don't forget to count the number of words so that you don't exceed too much. Okay. However, I like to be on the safe side. Just don't exceed the 80 word requirement. Okay. So feel free to respond to this email by typing down your answer in the comment section below. So I guess that's all. See you when I see you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Stay safe, stay home. Kita jaga kita.